Whew, it has been a long week. And speaking of long week, that means the week is almost over, which means the drawing for the test pipe giveaway is coming up very soon. But until then, super excited because we got some packages in. The package that I've been waiting patiently for. Not only a package that I've been waiting patiently for, but it's the package that I decided to purchase rather than the tires that I so desperately need. So I'm pretty amped to get this thing opened up, show you guys what it is. But in the meantime, don't forget, if it's not March 1st yet, I'm not sure when this video is going to go up exactly, but as of right now, it is not March 1st. And if you're watching and it's not March 1st, make sure you get to that other video, the test pipe giveaway video, and get yourself subscribed, like the video, leave a comment in the comment section so you are entered to win those VQ37 test pipes. Come on, let's run. The last time I had an important shipment delivered to the house, which was those Firehawk Indy 500 tires to test out, my daughter tells me that they weren't there. The wife is home. I said, what the fuck? I see tires right there. God, she's dead to me for real. Had my freaking heart racing. Right here. This time, I got confirmation. The packages have indeed arrived, and my wife moved them into the garage for me. So after a long week, like I said, I spent all week in Tennessee and Mississippi. Anybody from Memphis watching? Got a little bit of Corky's barbecue last night. World famous Corky's barbecue. Delicious ribs, let me tell you what. Woo! No. Where's the package? Packages. Man, that is a long package. That doesn't even look like what I was thinking. Uh-oh. What is this? All right, we'll start with this. We'll start with this package here. Hold your breath. Or not. Jeez. Kick the camera. Get. One of these days I'll put the camera on a stand and actually use both hands. Oh yeah. The Snubby. Pressure wash gun. I've been dealing with that the really long guy here. And it kind of makes it tough to control. The foam cannon. This is going to be a nice addition. Should have got this right away. Cool. Unfortunately, if I open this little guy right away, you're going to be able to know. You're going to know what is in the big box. So let's just spare everybody the suspense and open the big dog. Here. Guys, like I said, don't forget, we got the test pipe giveaway coming up. If it's not March 1st, 2020, get yourself entered to win. T-shirt, a little air freshener, special keychain that I made personally, hardware kit and gaskets, and these, don't forget, the test pipe. So pretty good value box here, and I may even throw something else in there as well. Don't forget Speed of Mayhem stickers in there as well. So all right, let's do it. I don't want to keep delaying this or prolonging this or keeping you guys, holding you guys hostage here with this video, but God, the car's looking pretty good. A little bit dirty, but I always love coming home to this thing. Ooh, fitment. All right, well, I'm not going to be able to do this one one-handed, so hopefully you can hear me. this is on camera. Look at this. This is sick. There she is, fellas. Look at this. Look at this guy. Woo. Handles. This thing is just badass. Ooh, yeah. Trying to set it up here. Super light. I think it's actually like 33 pounds or something like that, 35 pounds. Shipping weight of 37. Come on, man. Let's get this thing set up properly. What the hell's the problem here, bro? Yes, sir. That is sick. So I only went with one for a couple of reasons. Gotta try it out first, so let's see how this feels. Let me get my handles. Comes with kind of plastic handle covers, I guess you'd say. There you go. I'm just delaying and delaying and delaying. Just sit in the damn seat, bro. There we go. Wonder. We're gonna have to figure that out. That's a little tingy. All right, here we go. Here goes nothing. Ooh. Oh, this should hold me in good. This should hold me in good, guys. Bolstering super nice. It's pretty firm. There's not a whole lot of padding in here, but this is kind of the street kind of tuner seat, not the straight up racing seat. Of course, you can see it's adjustable, which I wanted. We can open up the other box, but like I said, I just went with one, the driver's side. Idiot. There she is. So one of the reasons, one of the main reasons that I decided just to go with one for now was because having not sat in one, I wasn't totally sure of the comfort level. I know that I'll be okay in any decision that I make for my own personal seat as the driver's seat. You know, I'd have to live with, but I didn't want to put one of these seats in the passenger seat where, you know, my wife spends a lot of time and my daughter spends a lot of time. And you know, if they're uncomfortable for them, that's kind of shitty on my part. Sacrifice their comfort, you know, when they're kind enough and nice enough to join me on drives and whatnot. You know, I want them to be comfortable. The other part of that is my wife and daughter are going to be riding in the car with me. And when you put in aftermarket racing seats like this, or aftermarket street tuner seats, whatever you want to call them, it obviously affects the airbag. So if you, you know, you eliminate the, you know, supplementary side, you know, the airbag that's built into the seat, whatever the hell you want to call it, that's eliminated. So you are essentially compromising your safety setup going with an aftermarket seat like this. Of course, you still got the curtain airbag, and if you do it correctly, you're still going to have the airbag pop out of the steering wheel and pop out of the dash for the passenger. Some modifications have to be made and some things have to be taken into consideration. But that was one element. If we're doing some mountain runs and stuff like that, I obviously didn't want to, affect the safety of my wife or daughter. So I went with just one because, you know what? Hey, it's just me, right? So obviously there are a bunch of options for aftermarket seats. Sparco is a very well-known name. I think it's an Italian brand. You'll see Recaro and Bride and Corbeau and I think NRG and something. You'll see it on Amazon. This is a Sparco R100, and this is vinyl. There are cloth. There is a cloth option and a two-tone option. I like the black vinyl because I wanted to keep it at least a similar texture. I know it's going to be hot in the summer, and the vinyl doesn't breathe very well. Not all too different from the current seats that are in there. So cloth might have been better. I also have dogs, and dog hair really sticks to fabric seats. So I'll try to eliminate that possibility by going with the vinyl. But also, most importantly, I want it to match the interior that's already in there, and at least the texture of the vinyl, will be relatively similar. And I think it looks sick. It's also going to, allow for the use of the factory seat belt, which is important. I'm likely not going to do any harness in this case. Not able to do a 5-point harness, just the 4-pointer. If you do go that route with this seat, there's no opening here. It's just filled with padding. So just going with one seat, like I said, for now. Let's open the other box, see what I got here. This is the other box. This is the one that says turbo whatever. Yeah, Turbo Smart. Unless I ordered something by accident in my sleep. Very well could have. It's not a turbo, to the best of my knowledge. Unfortunately. Nothing turbo related. Jeez Louise, guy. What the? They must have tossed these bitches around good. They are pretty much opened up. What the hell? You guys saw me open the box, right? They're just floating around loose in here. No big deal. These are the sliders for that seat. So we got sliders. Let's take a gander. Already got the hardware. This is going to allow for a little bit of additional adjustability with that seat, which is good because that's another thing. We're losing the power function of the power seat. And another thing I didn't want to lose, again, for my wife and daughter in the passenger seat was the adjustability. Again, comfort-related stuff. So sliders, the only thing we're waiting on is the bracket, the base to mount the seat onto. They are kind of made to order, but they ship out within 7 business days of order. So I'm not going to have those until next week, but I wanted to do the unboxing and show you guys what we got because this is pretty sick. It's not tires, but like I said, this came across and I'm like, damn, the weather's getting nice. We're going to be hitting the mountains here soon. Autocross had the official first event, I think, last week for Coastal Carolina region anyway. And I need a seat. I just can't do anything with those non-sport, base seats. They just don't hold you in good enough if you really start taking the corners hard. So the bolstering and the additional support here is going to be essential in taking those corners hard. And if we get out on the autocross track, which I really hope we do within the next month or so, a seat's going to be vital. I wanted to go initially with just a Q50 Sport seat. I could swap it out. I have a feeling this is going to be plug and play, sort of like the paddle shifters. I thought also about just going with the G37 seats because they're a little bit more, the availability is slightly better. You find those at salvage yards more often than the Qs. But people are just wanting way too much money. And with the G37 seat, I'm not sure that it would just be plug and play. So there potentially could be a lot involved in terms of custom bracketry and whatnot. So I just figured, let's just go aftermarket. We'll get one of these badass Sparcos. I've always wanted to rock one anyway, and it is sweet. Pumped. Now, one other thing that concerned me about getting an aftermarket seat for the Q50 is I don't know that anyone has done it. I've seen somebody had a Q50 at SEMA, and they got aftermarket seats to put in the car just for the show, and then they took them out, and now they're dealing with airbag lights that they can't get turned off. So I don't want to deal with that. There is a way around it. You can get a resistor, stick it in line, which essentially tricks your car's computer to think that the airbag is still active. And again, that's the airbag in the seat itself, in the shoulder area of the seat. So we're going to do that. But I've done a little bit of research trying to figure out the right level of resistance. There are a couple of videos, a couple of write-ups, but they're all with like G37 cars or 370Z or 350Z. So it might be a little bit different for the Q. So I'm just trying to get my ducks in a row and make sure everything is right, because I don't want that airbag light to pop on at all. I just want to get the resistor in place, fire the car up, and have no issues. But if it detects, even for a split second, that something is wrong with that airbag, that's going to throw that light, and I don't know that it's just super easy to get that light shut off. If anybody knows off the top of their head, leave me some information in the comment section below, or shoot me a message on Instagram, because I'd love some details. Also, if you happen to know what the exact resistance level is for the airbag in the seat, let me know that as well. If you go on Bride's website, Bride Seats, it says all Japanese cars except for Subaru and maybe Toyota or something is a 2.0 ohm, 2.0 ohms, and like a quarter watt, 1/4 of a watt. All of the 370Z videos that I've seen putting aftermarket seats in, those were 2.2 ohms and a half a watt. And then somebody else said 3.3, and somebody else was saying 4.7, but I think 4.7 has to do with the passenger seat. So I just want to be sure. I think I'm going to go with 2.2 half-watt resistors, or resistor, and we'll get it situated. I think that's going to work out. But like I said, if anybody happens to know or happens to have any experience putting aftermarket seats in the Q50, 2014, 2015, let me know what your experience is, because I like to know. I want to avoid any issues right away. But I guess if we get an airbag light, we get an airbag light. But I want to make sure the airbags are functioning, and I know that can be an issue too. So we want to do it right by tricking the system. But I guess that's enough rambling for me. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the seat. It's not the top dollar Sparco. There's obviously a bunch of options out there. I did want to mention that. This is just one that kind of fit everything. It looks really nice. It's got the bolstering that I need, the support that I need, the adjustability that I need, the measurements. It's a lot lighter than the factory seats. We're going to do a weight on this seat compared to the factory seats. These, like I said, are 30-something pounds. If all goes smooth and we can get the passenger seat in there, that'll be a bunch of weight. But anyway, back to the point. These are like $300, $330, something like that, for just the seat. The base bracket is $140. You can get some kind of no-name made ones. Trust them if you want, for $60, or you can get two for $100 or something like that. I didn't want to chance it. I went with the ones that I guess know what they're doing. And then the sliders are an extra $70 or $80. And I think you can get some kind of generic sliders too, but again, I didn't want to chance it either. So I got the Sparco sliders. Keep an eye out for gray market racing seats. There are some Sparco gray market seats. I don't know if they're old style. They looked a little bit different than this. There's all sorts of seats available. I'm sure if you've been in the car world for long enough, you've probably done some research, but you can't go wrong with a good Sparco. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Don't forget to get yourself entered into the giveaway for the test pipes if it's not March 1st, 2020 yet. American flag. Damn, that thing looks good. I can't get over it. I am pumped. I cannot wait to get this thing installed. We got to do an oil change this weekend. We're not going to get the seat installed. Damn. maybe I'll put the sliders on and we'll get ready. That's going to go on first, and then we'll put the base on, and then we'll put the sucker in the car. So stick around for that, guys. I appreciate you watching very, very much. Thank you guys for the continued support. Having a lot of fun working on this car, making these videos. So things are just going to get better. It's starting to warm up. The trees are blooming. There's flowers on the trees already here in Greenville. So, you know, the car stuff is going to start crack-a-lacking again. So stick around, guys. We'll see you in the next video.